Good evening. I'm Avery Souza, and today I will be discussing the importance of certification and recertification for teachers and how this plays an effect on the students. A wise man named Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world." How many of you have had a teacher that did not know exactly what they were teaching their students? It is important that teachers have the proper tools and education in order to teach our children today. Teachers play a significant role in our children's lives, and it is essential that they are properly recertified every 5 years to ensure that they are up to date with the best education. There are clinics, classes, conferences, and even social media groups that can help teachers stay up to date on the changes made in the educational system. These groups and classes can also show teachers how education is different in other parts of the country or even the world. Education is a vital part of the lives of our children and their future. The education that our children receive at a young age can affect how they learn when they get older. The world is changing every day, and so is the educational system. There are new developments and techniques that modify the way our children learn. There are certain teachers that I've even had in my life that did not know their standards or requirements all too well in order to teach us the proper education. When a kid walks into a classroom, his or her parents should be confident that their child's teacher is providing them with the best education possible. Today, I would like to discuss the importance of certification and recertification, how it affects the students, and how the recertification process could be better. I would like to begin with the significance of teacher certification and recertification. Teachers are a major influence in the lives of our children. They begin to play a significant role in the lives of our children at a very young age and continue to be a part of their lives until they become an adult. There are several teachers that are not up to date on the newest material and standards. Some teachers are what you would call old school and do not know the latest methods of teaching. According to the National Board of Professional Teaching Standards, renewal is a personal and public statement about your commitment to the profession as well as to your students. Accomplished teachers recognize that their professional learning and growth never ends. In any subject given and developmental area, best practice and knowledge are constantly evolving. At the same time, changes in technology and policy affect every aspect of education from the classroom to administration. The well-known phrase, "You learn something new every day," is even true for teachers. Becoming recertified and learning new approaches will benefit the teacher as well as the students. Students learn in different ways and require different techniques. Some kids may need to learn through visuals while others need hands-on projects. Teachers need to keep the classroom updated and equipped for their students to learn. Technology has a major influence on education. There are several new educational games for students to enjoy while they learn. Today, there are several new clinics and classes where teachers can share their own techniques. This allows the teachers to learn new ways to help better their classrooms as well as their students' education. It is important we remember that not every child learns the same way. Now that you understand the importance of recertification, I'll explain the effects of certification that it has on the students. Teachers affect the lives of our children from the time they are 4 years old until they are 18 years old or even older. A teacher certification has a major effect on how the student performs in school and on tests. According to Systematic Scholar, Lankford and several colleagues find that in New York State, teachers in elementary schools with 20% or more fourth graders in the lowest performance group on English language arts exams were 5 times more likely to be uncertified to teach than any other current assignments than teachers in schools with fewer than 5% of fourth graders in the lowest performance group. Teachers with higher degrees have students that are in the average or higher performance group, while teachers with lower degrees have students in the lowest performance group. It is important that the parents know that their teacher is well qualified to teach their child. Teachers who earn a degree to teach have more knowledge and experience in order to teach children, teenagers, and even young adults. According to teacher certification, obtaining an elementary school certification proves that a teacher has the expertise to positively impact the lives of his or her students. We need to be assured that our child's teacher has the proper certification in order to teach our child at a particular level. Teachers that have a higher certification and are regularly recertified have better results than a teacher who does not continue to get certified. A series of experiments have been conducted to prove certification affects the students' scores and learning. The effect on students is important, but there are several ways we can improve the recertification process. There are various policies in the teacher recertification, and improving these can make an impact on teachers as well as the students. There are several reasons why teachers do not want to become recertified. According to Madeline Will on Education Week Teaching Now, she says that teachers have expressed their frustration about the murky process. My cynical side says that basically a way for the state to bring in money, and I think there's a certain amount of truth to that, says teacher Patricia Marshall. If we want our teachers to become recertified regularly, we need to show them the importance of it. The process should be taken seriously, and the teachers should see that it's a value. The recertification process should benefit the teachers as well as the students. When teachers accomplish certification or recertification, they should be acknowledged and honored. Also from Madeline Will in her article about education, she said, in about half of the states, teachers who have gained the gold standard of teaching do not receive any sort of perk or recognition when it comes to renewing their license. Showing our appreciation towards teachers that are recertified will help them desire to become recertified as well as respected enough to do so. There should be a national recertification for those who move states. That frustration caused Megan Allen, an award-winning national board-certified teacher, to leave the classroom. She moved from a different state, and despite all of her accomplishments, she would have had to take in 2 tests for an educator licensure. I didn't feel like I was valued for any of the expertise that I had earned, worked hard for, or proved, she writes. People are moving around the country all the time, but the fact that there's no national certification makes it difficult for teachers to find a job when they move. A national certification will not only allow teachers to teach wherever they may go, but they also provide them job security. If we make the recertification process easier and more important, more teachers will be more open to being recertified. If we want our children's education to be taken seriously, we need to take our teachers' education seriously as well. Now that we have discussed all the effects of teacher certification and recertification, let's conclude. We have examined why teachers should be certified and recertified and its importance, how it affects the lives of our children, and how we could even improve the process for the teachers. We need to be sure our teachers are fresh on new material as well as techniques in order to enhance our children's education. They can stay up to date by being involved in clinics, classes, attending conferences, and even connecting with other teachers through social media. Teachers influence our children for nearly 2 decades. It is important we make their certification and recertification meaningful. Teachers should be honored for their hard work, and the recertification process should be beneficial to their teaching. The recertification process should ensure a teacher is aware of the newest information and methods of teaching. We should encourage teachers to earn higher degrees in order to provide the top education for our children. It is proven through several experiments that teachers with higher degrees in a specific subject tend to have higher test scores. A teacher's education is just as important as a child's as they are teaching to. Now that you understand all the details and outcomes of a teacher's certification and recertification, you can take this information and expand it to your local community to get some things in your educational system accomplished. If our teachers are well certified and recertified periodically, we can ensure our children are receiving the best education attainable. And through this process, we should make it easier and more reliable that our teachers will want to become recertified. Albert Einstein once said, "If you cannot explain it simply, then you do not understand it well enough." Thank you.